Stop short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
Point rule came into play. Offense has spent a lot more time working on it. They're doing the exact same thing.
Fairly short kick, taken at the 14. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow.
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it. What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Mahomes going to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Now Wilson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And Thomas has it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Complete to Jones. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. There's Wilson to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
Wilson now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Caught by Jones, and they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's NFC football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Now Wilson will get this out to Barkley, complete. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the NFC just continuing to pour it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for him. And he's having a nice little first. Half of your partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. Two touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I said just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 birds. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line. Come to my world.
Mahomes now on first down. He'll buy some time right. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill, 65 yards. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And it is gobbled up by the NFC. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things, and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He'll wind up on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Patrick Mahomes with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the AFC able to cut into the lead. So a designed run all the way, and he took it the distance. I don't know that anybody saw that come.
Well, on this play, how about the vision of it? Being able to see the open field, make his move, and get there. Oftentimes, defenses have a spy for the quarterback position to try and take care of it. On that play, if they did... It certainly
He's
didn't
lost.
work. Yeah, there's no doubt.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership, by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4.
Right there in the middle. 55.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. Austin Hooper, the tight end, was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Mike, 55.
On second down, it's Cullen. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He completes it to Jones. And he gets us field for the first down to the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Wilson. Throwing again. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
Interception, baby. All day. All day.
Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Now Myers for the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He does have the 1 interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3-1.
Every single time.
He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Wilson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the AFC will take over 1st and 10. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say, I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. He can run for it, and he will. 14 yards that time, and a 1st down on the keeper.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Flushed out right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way in for the touchdown. Travis Kelsey, 59 yards. And the AFC able to get a bit closer. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. On the ground, this is the Broncos' Philip Lindsay. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the two, or I should say third and goal from the two.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports after this. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want.
And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Philip Lindsay, 55 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. Opportunity.
Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field ahead as the AFC takes over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we've reached halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The AFC offense now set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Juju Smith-Schuster. 74 yards. And the AFC has taken the lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
This will be taken about the 12. And a nice return sets him 30-yard line. So let's glance at a player's spotlight now with Russell Wilson. On first down, Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. On first down, it's Cohen. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. On second down, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back out is the AFC offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the pass.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 33 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the two-point try.
And, partner, you know I'm a big advocate of taking tape measures and just throw them away. I want to know if a guy can flat-out play. Well, DeAndre Hopkins is about 6'1", and we're used to the guys who go up and take it one-handed like we just saw there. 6'3", 6'4", 6'5" guys. In this case, he plays way taller. What he's listed, doesn't he?
He does indeed, and that was spectacular.
And we got to watch him work his routine. We saw it during practice during the week. We saw it in pregame. He works hard at these one-handed catches. He's not just showing off.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Here's Wilson. And he connects with Ertz. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he will have a touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 51 yards. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously, a pass play, and you couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down. Pass here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll make it 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They'll run on first down. Cohen. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. They try again with Cohen. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And Rosas puts this one through. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game.
Well, no surprise there. Extreme season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Philip Lindsay and the rest of the offense heading back out. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. This one complete to the running back, Lindsay. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes now on 1st down. Gets it to Gordon. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's the AFC with the football and the lead as we begin quarter number 4. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's complete. It's Gordon. It's a gain of 7. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. The AFC thus far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On the counter, here's Gordon. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 49 yards. And the AFC adds on to their lead. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you leaned back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision.
Hurt in this spot. No, okay.
We got this.
The NFC offense heading back onto the field. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year. I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside. Now Barkley stripped of the football, and that's picked up by the AFC.
And with that kind of deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes, but it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal, eluding the pressure right. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6 points. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. And is there bad blood here? I mean, go for 2 when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tariq Cohen and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guy.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now it's Wilson. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Wilson now to throw on third down. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On first and 10, it's Wilson. Thomas has got it. Complete.
field for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better. Athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wilson. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Again, Wilson rolling to his left. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Zach Ertz there to make the grab. And the NFC able to claw one back.
And that touchdown, well, it barely puts a dent in this lead. And unfortunately, I'm having too many flashbacks right now. I remember getting beat down like this playing before.
Oh, yeah? College, high school?
College. Not a heck of a lot of fun. I still remember playing and trying to tackle an elusive tailback who ended up scoring 4 touchdowns, 226 yards. He scored so many times and had so many great runs, I knew every note to their school's fight song.
Bet that ice bath felt extra cold afterwards, too.
Oh, no, there was no ice bath. You just tried to get out of there before the reporters got to you. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And quickly they get to the line. This is Gordon as they go to him again. Still going. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And got his man complete. And he will score. Touchdown AFC. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the AFC just continues. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the NFC back out there. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They'd like to make a...
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always true. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he will take this in for an AFC touchdown. Melvin Gordon with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the AFC able to capitalize on the fumble recovery as it leads to 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check 55, Mike. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, Wilson. And he fires one incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. The number down. 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Thomas has it. And a loose football. And that's picked up by the AFC. And now look at him go. And he is going to bring this one back. A fumble return for an AFC touchdown. Fumbles, that's how you get in the coach's doghouse. The first one lost and it hurt. This time you lose it and it's taken in for a score. It really hurt.
And about that doghouse, it won't exactly be comfortable, and it definitely won't be air-conditioned.
Milk bones?
None.
And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He completes it to Jones. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Sometimes random when you're 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 and a first down. Now Wilson on first down. And the tip ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Here's Wilson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Throwing is Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's got it at the 15. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And look, we know he's got the big arm. You just noted that. But when he gets outside, It puts so much stress on your defense, trying to locate where receivers are, make sure you're covering them, and he can throw the ball the length of the field, so you just tell a receiver, just keep going. He'll find him.
55. He can't hang. He's not going to touch.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Wilson now, going to throw again. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he fumbled it, it's on the ground. And that's picked up by the AFC. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
He cuts right sideline in some space. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
Yellow. I go, little lady.
Check. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
On second down now, it's Gordon. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
Right there, 54, right there.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Kyle Fuller there defensively.
57 mark. 57 mark. Watch one.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Ertz over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.
Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did, huh? Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, hole in the wrist, watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, hole in the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch cause you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I said no risk.
Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is Entering settings screen, you have 18 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
Ever since I blew, eyes it. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long. I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent about 10 on my fit. Ex-slick then he with the back then you out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip. Crip.
Hello, everyone. It's the coach. Welcome to EA Sports coverage of the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl from right here in Orlando.
All right, Coach. GA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the sixth meeting of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. And he'll take it back to the 18-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Yellow! Turn your little lady!
Watch it!
They'll run it here with the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the NFC will take over deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And an alley to run. Look at the dance and the juke. And Mark. Him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. Now Wilson on first down. Flush to his right. He completes it to Julio Jones. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Wilson throwing on first down, being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
Well, the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things.
And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC has taken the early lead. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
PAT up and good by Rosas. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's finished off by an NFC touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The AFC offense making their way back out. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Here's Wilson on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The rise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So some early intrigue here as we've reached the end of the first quarter. It's the NFC off to the early advantage. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Wilson. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the NFC adds on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the football.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Here's a carry for James Conner of the Steelers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Conner. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. Allen, the intended receiver.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. Now Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Barkley. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Good play, good play. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back with more after this.
Yeah, let's get set. 36 power. Tempo, tempo.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his left. And this results in 6. Touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns into 6 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Patrick Mahomes and the AFC ready to go on offense. Right now, and technically he's completed 4 passes, 2 to his team. And Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play. I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Wilson rolling to his right. And he connects with Ertz. And he will score. Touchdown NFC. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the NFC adds on to their lead. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Throwing now is Mahomes. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Mahomes finding Hopkins for the AFC first. Now here's Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. It's a touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, That's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the two-point try. And, you know, for the defense, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown. One goes for two. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
On first down, Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes going to throw. To the right side, it's Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 56 yards. And the AFC able to cut into the lead.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24.
Listen. Watch time. Tight end right. Out. 3 down.
On first down, Wilson sliding out of the pocket. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
Here we go, G.
Shedding through the defense. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and this will be a touchdown. Tariq Cohen, 96 yards. And the NFC stretching that lead out even a bit further. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And
Cook strip, the ball's out. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And it's a touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back out is the AFC offense. Last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. And he's the epitome of what we call the move. Move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And able Get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just